Week 3 was a reality check for the Owls as they suffered their first defeat of the season in home opener versus Coastal Carolina. Defense finally came back down to earth, forcing only one interception, no forced fumbles, and giving up 27 points. And the lackluster play on offense finally caught up to us. Evan Simon went from mediocre to straight up bad in this one, throwing 3 interceptions and potentially costing us the game in the fourth quarter with a big time interception. He is certainly on the hot seat going forward into week 4, and we will see if Forrest Brock gets his chance next game against Virginia Tech. It's going to be a tough one in week 4, and let's see if Temple can regroup and secure their 3rd victory of the season. Week 4 starts now. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Temple Owls Dynasty here in week 4. This week you can see we've got another ranked opponent. Our first being Oklahoma, securing that victory. Can we do it again at home this time against 3-0 Virginia Tech? It is certainly going to be a tough one, but before we get into that, we've got some things to discuss and we've got recruiting updates as well. So let's not waste any time and get into that. The first thing to discuss, and it's probably the elephant in the room, I'm sure you saw this one coming, quarterback play. Evan Simon, you see his stats on the screen here, just 56% completion percentage, a 2-to-5 touchdown to interception ratio, just 143 yards per game. And now, to be fair, part of that is due to game script. I mean, our defense has been scoring a lot. We had a kick return touchdown, so he hasn't had tons of chances, just 60 attempts in 3 games. However, this is no good. We can't be turning the ball over this much. And I think because of that, we are going to make the switch to quarterback Forrest Brock, the junior. I'm looking at the depth chart here. We talked about this before, but they have very similar profiles. They are both 6'3". They're both, around the same speed. They have very similar throw power. They're very similar throw accuracy. Evan Simon has the edge on throw on the run, but then you see Forrest Brock has the edge on short accuracy and some other things. So we'll see how this goes. This is not indicative of the rest of our season. This is potentially a 1-game tryout. We're going into this knowing we're playing a tougher opponent today. So we'll of course give Forrest Brock the benefit of the doubt, but it's time for a change. Evan Simon hasn't been getting it done, and we need to look at that moving forward. And one other thing to consider, we do not necessarily need to rely on either Brock or Evan Simon moving forward. We've kind of been operating under the assumption that one of those guys is going to be our quarterback this season and next season, as they're both juniors, and I assume they're not going to the NFL. Now, we do have the opportunity to recruit a quarterback, of course, and we've just removed 6 targets that have either locked us out or have gone elsewhere and have decided to go to a different school. So with that in mind, I think it's time to add some quarterbacks to the board, and we've got some 3-star guys here that are interested in us. So I'm going to add a couple of these guys to the board and then we'll talk about them. All right, so we've added 4 QBs to the board along with a couple other players to fill in those gaps. And no, this is not Johnny Manziel's brother. That's Daniel Manziel out of New Jersey. We added an improviser, 2 field generals, actually 2 improvisers, 3 of them 3-star, 1 2-star, and you can tell all in our top 6 in interest. So Rutgers is actually first for all of them. I doubt they're all going there. But some of these teams seem beatable, like we have Virginia, Boston College, Western Kentucky, all teams that we could probably beat. But we're going to have to get going on recruiting. You see, Steve Best we've got plenty of time to get to the top 5, but some like Logan Klein and Manziel are a lot closer. So first things first, we're going to scout these guys and then we'll see who we want to pursue. We only have 150 hours, so we may have to shift some things around as well, but we're going to start with scouting. So Bradley Chris here, he is an improviser, 88 throw power, 83 deep accuracy, 84 throw on the run. I like all that. He is a gem. And honestly, I like these stats a lot. I think he would come in, looking at these stats alone, he would come in and he wouldn't be as good as either Brock or Simon. But I think as a freshman coming in, he seems like a guy that would definitely be useful and we could build around. Even if we did decide to redshirt him, I think he's a guy that would start in a couple years for sure. Maybe as a redshirt sophomore. Now time for Logan Klein. He is a field general. I added him to the board not only because he's 3 stars, but he is 6'5". 80 short accuracy, not bad. 86 throw power. 66 deep accuracy, I do not like at all. I feel like that's just way too low. 80 and 78 you can work with. I think Logan Klein is going to move down the list. 83 short accuracy for Manziel as well. 69 deep accuracy, again, not amazing. Bradley Chris's deep accuracy is 83. That's crazy compared to the other guys. But I think, Manziel is just a better version of Klein, I feel. But I think Chris is for sure the best here. So I think that's the pecking order right now is Chris, Manziel, Klein. Let's take a look at best. All right, so Steve Best, he is an improviser as well. 75 speed, 86 throw power, average accuracies. And yeah, I think really Bradley Chris is going to be our main target. We are third in interest right now. We'll go ahead and offer him that scholarship right away. And we only have 25 hours left. So, I mean, I am very interested in him. Looking at our other quarterbacks in the depth chart, nobody really that interesting to me. So once these two guys are gone, we're going to really need someone to step in. And I think getting a guy like Chris this year, even if he doesn't start next year, will be, your eventual future starter. So let's go ahead, spend those 25 hours, and then we'll go back to the board and maybe make adjustments. So looking at our list here, Dugan still first for us. We're throwing the house at him. Garrett McTire, we've moved up, and we're definitely going to make it to the top 3, it seems. Philip Okoro is down to his top 3, although Virginia is winning by quite a bit. We may need to adjust and add some points there. Devion Peel, we're still first for. Konagooch, we're still first for. Artie Adams. So looking at this, we may need to make adjustments. I think if there's a guy that we're like out on, maybe DeGear, I don't know if we'll get him here. And we have 25 points into him. We also don't necessarily need cornerbacks, I don't think. Or maybe, we need one. We have 2 seniors, but a lot of underclassmen. And it looks like we're probably in a good position to get Konagooch. So I would actually be okay taking points out of DeGear. We're going to go ahead and do that. He's going to stay on the board, but without any points, I'm sure we'll be locked out eventually. So let's put some more points into Philip Okoro here. He's got 15 in there right now. I think we'll probably, I do want to schedule a visit, but I think we need to put points into him here. We could hard sell. Most useful when you know the recruit's ideal pitch or are desperate. Well, we're definitely desperate. And his ideal pitch would be academic prestige. Well, proximity to home and maybe playing time, we could just guess. So I think what we could do is proximity to home and academic prestige are an A and a B, and he's for sure interested. Coach prestige is just a C+, but I think that's less important. Unless there's one that has playing time, proximity to home, and playing style could work. He's potentially only interested in one of these though. I think that's the one to do. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do the hard sell. We'll see what happens. Getting a guy like Okoro would be great though. He's a good 3-star guard. He's got really good stats here, really solid 70s and 80s, 80 impact blocking that is. And I think he would be good to add. But other than that, that's pretty much all we can do for recruiting here. We're out of hours. And there's not a ton I do want to adjust. Kind of just playing the waiting game at this point with guys in the top 8, top 5, even top 10 still. So we've got some ways to go yet. It is tough out here though, with only 400 hours to spend. That's going to do it for recruiting. I think we've got a good base, and I really hope we can get some of these top guys, especially Dugan. He's been our #1 recruit this whole time, and it would be a shame to lose him at this point. But overall, I think we're in a good spot. We don't have too many senior spots to fill, and I think we're going to be looking good going into next year. All right, let's take a look at this Virginia Tech Hokies team, 24th in the nation, and they have definitely a strong team, 84 overall, 84 offense and defense. And looking at their squad here, they have some tough players. They've got Dorian Strong, the cornerback. He's 91 overall, and paired along with him is Mansour Delane, 87 overall with 93 speed. That will be tough to beat. They also have Powell Ryland here on the edge, 90 overall. They've got a tough defense. On offense, their quarterback, Kyron Drones, he's a scrambler with 86 speed. We're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that. And they also have Ollie Jennings, a deep threat senior wide receiver, 87 overall, and paired alongside with him is Jalen Lane. So definitely, and actually Felton here as well, not pretty solid receivers. And the running back is the senior Bashal Tutton. He's an elusive back, and he's 85 overall. They've got a tough team. And before we get into our game, we're a couple games in, let's take a look at stats for your Temple Owls. We looked at Evan Simon already, but he will not be starting. It's going to be Forrest Brock today. It's first game of the season. We'll see how that goes. In the running game, Joquez Smith, he's been the workhorse, definitely clearing the top for yards. He's got 212 yards and 2 scores this year. And EJ Wilson begging for more carries with 10 yards per carry, 70 yards on 7 carries. Okay, looking at receiving here. The number 1 receiver with just 7 catches is Reese Clark, the sophomore vertical threat. He's got 108 yards. And then actually down on the list is Peter Clark. He's got 3 catches for 43. Zay Baines, the top receiver with 5 catches, 93 yards and a touchdown. And then your star receiver, Dante Wright, just 7 catches, 89 yards, not a single score through 3 games. We really need to turn that around. Joquez Smith done pretty well in the passing game as well. He's got a touchdown and 68 yards. And then at the bottom of the list, Xavier Irvin. He's got a couple catches for 26, and John Adams just the 1 catch. On defense, it's the safety. Javier Morton leading with 21 tackles. Tackles for loss, 6 for Trey Thomas, and sacks. Wait, really? I'm actually shocked to see that the sack we had last game was our first sack of the season. Wow. I mean, I guess it's tough with Navy when they're running the triple option, but I'm surprised we had 0 versus Oklahoma. Interesting. Well, we have what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 interceptions, 1 sack. That's an interesting ratio there. But yeah, Torrey Richardson and Jamel Johnson both with 2. And a couple more down the list. Each safety has 1, Osuke has 1, and Woodbury Sr. And by the way, no forced fumbles, no safeties. Looking at our kicking stats, Maddox Trujillo, not really a great start to the season. Just 3 for 5 on field goals, 7 for 9 on extra points. Got to do better than that. Just 3 punts so far as well for Dante Atten. 38-yard average, not really that great. Only 3 punts is pretty surprising though. And then kick returns, pretty dang good for Elias Collins. He's got the 1 touchdown he had last game and a 34.8 average. On punt returns, 4 for 37. Not too much there for Dante Wright. But that's enough stalling and looking for stats. Let's get into this game. Temple versus Virginia Tech. Temple's at home. Let's see if they can turn things around here in week 4. And here we are again at Lincoln Financial Field. Your Temple Owls looking to rebound here in week 4 versus Virginia Tech. The Hokies will kick. And let's get underway. It's a foggy, rainy night here. Kick goes out to about the goal line, taken by Irvin. Xavier Irvin takes it out, and he's got a nice lane, cuts up to about the 25, and he will be down there. So here's your new quarterback, the junior Forrest Brock, coming in. We'll see if they change things up, if they run the offense the same. Regardless, Forrest Brock has a heavy load today against the Hokies. Coming out in the pistol. Snap goes to Brock, and it's Joquez Smith for a yard. So 2nd and 9. It'll be interesting to see if Brock is given a lot of passing opportunities early or if they lean on the running game here. Looks like another running play. This time it's Smith. Tries to spin. Going nowhere. And it's a tough 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. It's the first pass of the play. Pass of the day, excuse me, for Brock. And Joquez Smith is laid out. Not a good start for Temple. So that's a tough first drive. There was just a graphic on the screen. It said offensive touchdowns per game. Temple's at 1. Virginia Tech is at 5. So we hope that doesn't stay true as the quarterback runs ahead. That's Kyron Drones for 12. Kyron Drones is fast. He's the mid-80s speed, and he will be scrambling today. 1st and 10. Virginia Tech handoff. And that time it is the running back ahead for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Drones hands off again. And that's a 1st down. Malachi Thomas. A good start to the game for Virginia Tech. They get the stop now, driving down the field inside the 40. Quick pass. It is caught for 9 yards. Nice play there. And the Temple defense is looking shook early. They're inside the 30 now. 2nd and 1. So caught for a first down. It's 1st and 10. Virginia Tech. And they're looking unstoppable here early. Another handoff going outside. And he's got the touchdown. Virginia Tech 7. For Malachi Thomas. And let's see if they make the extra point. They sure do. So it's 7-0 Virginia Tech. And so far, Temple looking a little rough around the edges early. So Forrest Brock comes back out. And it's a 1-possession game. Back to pass. Brock. Nobody there. Tries to throw it. He's drilled and goes down. Tough start here for Temple. This Virginia Tech team is coming out showing no mercy early. Hit again, and wow, this line cannot hold them. That was the end. Powell Ryland coming in and breaking up the play there, and now it's 3rd and 10 again. And he's just crushed again. Forrest Brock, he hasn't had a chance to have a uncontested throw yet this game, as they will be punting again. So they'll hand off on 1st and 10, and they'll lose a yard. Good stop there for Temple. 2nd and 11 out of the gun. They will hand it off again. He'll rumble forward for 3. Malachi Thomas. So 3rd and 8. Temple with their first chance at a stop, really. Back to pass. He's got a little bit of time. Slings it to the outside, and he breaks the tackle. What a spin up to the 25. Kyron Drones finds him. That's a 1st down. They'll hurry up to the line. I thought they had him there, but he made a nice move, broke a tackle, and they got a 1st down. This one is knocked away. Great play there on the outside. Jalen Lewis, the sophomore, breaks that one up. So 2nd and 10, but now they're definitely in field goal range here. Throwing, he's got him beat on the outside to the 1-yard line. Jennings making that grab. And now what do you do? Temple. They've got 3 chances to knock this one in from the 1-yard line. And in motion. Handoff. He's got knocked down at the 2. I thought he had a chance to break to the outside. Woodbury made a nice play. So they'll try again on 2nd down. Handoff. I think that's Woodbury again. What a nice play and sequence for Woodbury Jr. Wow. Great play. Yeah, it's number 11 on the outside there. Coming in and making 2 back-to-back great plays. That'll end the 1st quarter. Temple down by 7. Not a single yard on offense for Temple. Yikes. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Let's see if Temple can make the stop here. It's another handoff, and this time Trey Thomas makes the play. What a defensive stand by Temple. Bend but don't break. So Virginia Tech will come out and kick the field goal. And you are absolutely joking. Come on. Well, looks like they have to stop him again. That's another roughing the kicker penalty. I think that was the guy I was controlling, but I swear I did not tap dive, so I'm just going to have to pull people back. And they will score. That is just heartbreaking. Temple had a great stand, and the penalty costs them this time. That's 14-0. So 14-0, Collins taking this one back. They'll bring it back to the 19, and we'll see if Temple can get a 1st down. They haven't got no yards this game. Let's start with a yard. Out of the pistol, handoff, breaking outside. That's Joquez Smith, and he's got a lane, taking it down the sideline. Caught finally by Strong and pushed out of bounds, but that's not after a large gain. So finally a 1st down and a big gain for Joquez Smith. And play action this time. Oh boy. Yikes, that's Powell Ryland again. He is a problem. So after that, now you're in trouble. 2nd and 21. Come out of the gun this time. Handoff. Smith cuts up field. We'll get a few yards, but just 5, and it's now 3rd and 16. Yeah, so I mean, you're not really even close to field goal range. You got 16 yards to go. What do you do here? They'll run the screen. He does get it off. It's Smith. Cuts back inside. Tries to juke, but he's got nowhere to go. And they are going to have to settle for a punt. So some signs of life on Temple offense, but this time they will punt it yet again and bring it to the 13. This time he rumbles forward for 2. Malachi Thomas. He's got 10 carries already. 2nd and 8 here. Goes right back to Thomas. Rumbles forward for 3. And it's a manageable 3rd and 5 here. Temple looking to make a stop and get that ball back. There's the play fake over the middle. Caught. 1st down. Ollie Jennings with another catch. Now coming out in 5 wide receivers. Looking to pass. He's got his man over the middle, and he breaks a tackle. That's the big tight end going forward up into the almost the 35. Big gain there. So they're in the hurry up, changing the play at the line. And another 1st down for Virginia Tech. They hand it off this time. I don't know if that's the fullback or a tight end. He just made the catch on the last play, so yeah, it looks like he's the tight end. They're going empty backfield again. And they do get the play off before the 2-minute warning. Nice hook route to Ollie Jennings again, and they get the 1st down. So we hit the 2-minute warning, and Virginia Tech is looking to score a 3rd time before half. There's a, oh my goodness, he had the hook route and he had the speed. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. I don't know how this team beat Oklahoma. I truly cannot tell you how. Now Temple coming out yet again. See what they can do here. Maybe string together a good drive. Who knows? Wow, Forrest Brock is getting crushed out here. Guess who? Powell Ryland. I think you have to get the ball out of his hands quicker. I mean, running these play action plays are nice, but they're just taking so long to develop. There's a slant route over the middle. It's Adams. He breaks a tackle and gets the 1st down. Nice play there by Adams. So clock is ticking. Brock's at the line, changing the play. Gets it off. And Adams. Jeez, that was almost picked off. All right, so 2nd and 10. That one went right through Adams' hands. This time broken up. The play going to Xavier Baines, but... Sorry, Zay Baines. But just broken up. Good play by the corner on the outside there. They have some good corners, as we saw. So 3rd and 10. And Brock is just crushed again. This is ridiculous. They cannot stop Powell Ryland. I don't know. A right tackle must not be up to snuff, but it's really hard to stop a guy this good. And he's got room to return it here. Hit hard, but brought back to the 35 and a chance for the Hokies to score yet again this half. Pass is thrown to the outside, the curl route. We'll get 7 yards. That one was Gosnell. I don't think we talked about him pre-game. Over the middle, Ollie Jennings again. 1st down. He's got 71 yards already this half. So Virginia Tech calls the 1st timeout. And they are already over half field. Screen pass, but good blocking. Thomas actually read that one, but the blocking was good. Malachi Thomas gets 8. 2nd and 2. And they're just cruising down the field here, getting 5 or 6, maybe 8 at a time. But it's plenty. And they get another 1st down. Clock is ticking. Down to 40 seconds. They get the snap off, and that's another curl route. This time he stays on his feet. Oh no, what is happening? Ollie Jennings, this man is incredible, and Drones is 13 for 14. Clock is stopped, and now they are in the red zone. Over the middle, oh, broken up. Nice play there. You know, it's been tough for Temple out there. When they play man, they're just too slow. When they play zone, those little hook and curl routes, and they're getting 6-7 yards at a time. Over the middle diving, he misses. It's a broken tackle. Gosnell's taken down. He gets the first down though. Drones is having a great game. So 4 yards to go. They're looking to pass over the middle. I mean, there's no one there. Touchdown. That's the big tight end again, Nick Gallo. He has been a problem in the red zone. And Virginia Tech will make it 28-0. Collins on the return. He's done this once or twice. Up to the 22. So with just 20 seconds, we'll see if Temple decides to throw or just run the clock out. And they are just going to run. Oh, but hold on. Ooh. Thought Smith had a chance there. They're going to come back out. I thought they might run the clock out. There's a few seconds. They're snapping the ball. I'm not sure why. They'll just throw it over the middle. Oh, and Clark gets crushed to the ground. Reese Clark makes the catch, but it doesn't really matter. Just adding, I guess, a completion. And at halftime, it's 28-0. The Hokies have just been incredible today and, quite frankly, unstoppable. All right, so here we come out in the second half. And I don't know what you do if you're Temple. I mean, nothing has worked on offense. They don't have time to pass the ball. Running the ball has been pretty inconsistent. And on defense, I don't know if they can make a stop. This isn't the Temple defense that we know and love. It's been an onslaught here today. As on first down, the handoff is up the middle and just a big gain for Malachi Thomas, 10 yards. They'll look to continue the drive here with 5 wide. Back to pass. Got time and beat for 9 yards there on the outside. I think that was Thomas again. And we mentioned this earlier in the first half, but what do you do when zone, they're finding those soft spots, and man, you just don't have the athleticism to keep up, as this one's hucked, and that's caught by Jennings. I mean, I don't know what you do. They get to the quarterback, and Jennings just runs the perfect route. The corner can't make the play. Everything's working here for the Hokies. Over the middle this time, they've got him again, and it's a first down. Well, we're seeing why Virginia Tech is ranked here. They are a well-oiled machine. And as that one goes over the middle and stopped short of the first down and the end zone. But they're sniffing the end zone for the 5th time. They'll hand it off. Trey Thomas hits him in the backfield. That's a loss of 3, and they have a chance here to make a stop. So they're going 5 wide on 3rd and goal. Well, it's not 3rd and goal, but it basically is. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Their 5th of the day. That one was Jalen Lane, the senior. So the extra point was up and good. It's 35-0. And when do you bring the backups out is the question. And he fumbled it. They lose it on the kick return. It is going from bad to worse here. Unbelievable. And I don't know if you saw that graphic. The fumble was forced by freshman running back on Virginia Tech. As they sling it to the outside, 1st and goal. This game has just been unbelievably bad. Touchdown, Hokies. What can you do? Gosnell this time. This team has looked incredible. So I'm not sure if I really want to show every play of this game now that it's a blowout. We'll see how it goes. I'll decide while editing, but we may end up seeing some backups. I know eventually the game will put them in. I might just put them in too. But I do want to see for sure more of Brock. We've basically seen none of him, so... Handoff. That's Joquez Smith. He gets 3 yards. He's still out there. 3rd and 8. Sounds like some boo birds coming out, and I don't blame them. And wow. What can you say? Brock, not even close. Thinking back to that Oklahoma game again, I mean, it was obviously the takeaways, but Temple's defense looked decent in that game outside of the takeaways, and here it's just not making any stops offensively, can't get a first down. As it's slung outside, and what a hit. Well played out there on the side. So it's 3rd and 8, a chance for a stop here as we tick towards the 4th quarter. I think everybody's looking forward to the end of this one. Swung outside, Ollie Jennings, 1st down. He's had a big game. We'll see if they get a playoff here. They will. It's a fake over the middle this time. It missed Jennings. That'll end the 3rd quarter. It's time to wave the white flag here. All right, 2nd and 10 in the 4th quarter here. Handoff outside. And that looked like it was the backup. Yeah, he forced a fumble early in the game. That's Coney. So they have checked in the backups into the game. We'll see if Temple does the same. As, almost picked off. Trey Thomas got there and applied the pressure. Their first stop of the game. Forrest Brock comes back out. And Washington and Wilson checking in the dual back setup here. Wilson in motion. The play action, they'll swing it out to Wilson. He makes the catch and gets 5 yards. So Wilson is going to be the lead back, it looks like, here in the 2nd half. Dante Clark has checked out as well. Forrest Brock is in. As Wilson grabbed, but moves forward and gets the 1st down. Nice run there. You know, at this point, it's 42-0. Yeah, you'd like to score. It's embarrassing to be shut out. But it's really seeing what this team can do, what some of these lower on the depth chart guys can do. As this one's going long up to Irvin. Oh, he had it, but it was knocked out. So 2nd and 10. Forrest Brock finally had time to throw a pass. Almost connected deep. This one's thrown out quick. That was Baines. 4 yards. So 5 for 15 and 38 yards is all we can say for Forrest Brock. It's been a tough game. He's moving to the outside. And just nowhere to go. He doesn't have the speed to run that one. No one got open. They'll be punting again. And here comes the Hokies. Backup squad again. Defense looks to have the starters out there still. I don't know if that's a punishment or what. As he'll run forward for 8 yards. But yeah, overall just a tough game. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to monologue here as he breaks off a massive run. That's the freshman Drummond again. This is their 2nd unit crushing our starters. Yikes. Actually, to be fair, I'm not sure it's all our starters, but it definitely is some of them. This one runs ahead, and that's Malachi Corley again, I believe. But it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11, excuse me. A quick pass, caught, and touchdown. Couldn't make the play. They just had a little bit too much speed there, and Shield, the backup quarterback, gets his first touchdown of the game. Virginia Tech has played a complete game here today. What more can you say? Slant route caught by Irvin. He's absolutely crushed. So they're trying to connect a couple quick passes. I respect that. Changing the play here at the line. And another quick pass. This time it's Clark. That's Reese Clark. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Temple, 3rd and 6. Great coverage downfield. And caught by Irvin. Wait, really? They call that 4th down? I don't know about that. Wow, I thought that was 1st down by multiple yards. And Temple's going to come out. I know they're on their own 30. They're going to go for it here. I mean, when you're down 49-0, why not? They're going to run it. And that's Smith. 1st down. So it looks like Joquez Smith did check back in. As Clark makes the catch, and there's a flag as he's brought down. So a face mask here. They're going to attack 15 yards on the play. 1st and 10. The screen. It's Wilson. He's got some room. Gets the 1st down, about 12 yards. So E.J. Wilson gets a catch for 12 yards, and down to about a minute left in the game. There's a fake. Throwing it deep. Clark caught at the 1-yard line. He fell down and couldn't get in, but what a nice play. Reese Clark has been Temple's favorite target this season, and it's not even close. So now 1st and goal, a chance to score. Washington checks in, and he is in. Touchdown, Temple. I guess a nice consolation prize. Tyree Washington gets his first touch of the game, and he's in the end zone. Temple fighting to the very end. I don't know what they're fighting for at this point. Maybe pride. As Virginia Tech will come out. And they run a read option. Nice play, gets 5 yards. Temple's certainly not calling timeouts here. They want this game to end. Run ahead, couple yards, and that's going to do it for the game. Temple 7, Virginia Tech 49. I was expecting this result. I wasn't expecting it like this. I wasn't expecting such a blowout. Hats off to Virginia Tech. They played a complete game. Temple couldn't get anything going, and Kyron Drones is the player of the game. 89% completion percentage, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I didn't even play the last quarter of the game. So looking at stats here, I'm sure you know what to expect, but they had 300 yards more offense. They had 16 more first downs. Just ridiculous. Horace Brock was 11 for 22, 99 yards. Not good. Rushing, Joquez Smith did pretty good, but we were down by so much it was hard to just keep running the ball. But that's been something that we've noticed throughout the season is Joquez Smith has been pretty solid on the ground. I think Temple might need to stick to the running game early and try to just commit to it. Obviously this game it was tough, but something to keep in mind. And receiving, Reese Clark had 44 of the 99 yards. He's been solid throughout the season, but really not too much more to look at. We're going to return and try to forget about this game. And that's going to do it for this week's episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you have not already yet, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.